I really don't want to be a bad person. Man, I really don't. Throughout the vast majority of my time on this channel, I've modeled myself as a spiritual rebel. I honestly don't blame the people who claim me as a super good person. I'm super, but not a good person. But they don't know me well enough to see that. We'll come back to this part later. However, despite everything I have done, which is only doing the right thing for my own personal gain, one of my main motivations being to just cause revenge on the ones who wronged me, instead of actually being motivated to do things for the greater good. That's the thing with me, is I don't really care about the consequences of my actions. I don't care who I have to push out of the way, whether that person is good or bad. I only care about one thing, which is getting what I want. The thing I want is just a normal, fun life. It's just a normal, fun life where I can actually be the main character. I want to shift to my waiting room where I can be someone's partner and companion. I want to be surrounded by a great family that I can cherish memories with and have a great time hanging out with. And overall, I don't want to be alone. A lot of people give others shit for simply just wanting to be loved. But is that a bad thing? Love is what the human heart needs. Deep down inside, my black heart, I'm just a broken man with empty voids. This is why, whenever I do run into any of my comfort characters from my waiting room that also exists here, I always make sure to do everything in my power just to see them whenever I do get the chance. Even if it's just for 30 seconds or 2 minutes, I still cherish it. For example, at my job at Walmart, I help take groceries out to people's cars. One of my comfort characters orders groceries. She orders groceries every 2 weeks. I always make sure I'm the one that brings it to her. When she does come, I do get a adrenaline rush, and when she comes, I talk to her for a little bit, and all I can think of is my waiting room. She'll bring her kids most of the time too, along with the rest of her family. I always tell myself in my head that I'll see her in the next life. Makes sense given I'm dating her sister. All of that is like a preview for a movie where you see bits and pieces before the real thing comes out. When I successfully shift is when the movie actually comes out and I'll get to play the main role in it. As of right now, was working in retail the life I've always wanted to manifest for myself? Hell no! Just like most jobs, you only matter to your coworkers and your peers when you're there. But when you're not, they'll cast you out. Not just work, but for life in general. Anyone from there can betray me anytime, and the only ones that are going to treat me right is my waiting room family. Because that's the truth, I'm going to tell you guys right now. Every single one of us is replaceable in anything. Your boyfriend or girlfriend can replace you any minute with another guy or girlfriend, another guy or girl. There's no such thing as the perfect partner, although there are a few exceptions, but never put anything past anyone in this world. Your friends can easily prioritize anyone over you, and let's just say if you do defy the odds and achieve your life dream, whether if it's being a doctor or being a famous actor, once you're gone, someone else will take your role. and people will only think of you for a New York minute. So that's why. Take a second to think in your mind. Look at your script of all your comfort characters. Take this moment to cherish them and realize how much you love them because they are the only ones that won't drop you. Sure, I may be fun to root for. I may be influential and an archetype, like myself, are very relatable. Absolutely. But look at the bigger picture. It all came at the expense of my life's happiness. I just want to be whoever I want to be, without it being at the expense of my happiness. I just want to live life as an extremely blessed mortal. Well, technically, I am immortal, since I'm a shifter, but you get the point. I want to live a blissful life as an immortal, disguised as immortal. I want to be treated just like everyone else, and for others to carry me like the top tier person that I am. I don't want to be a sympathetic figure and just have people be nice to me just because they feel bad for me. Want to know why my former teacher has such sentimental value and meaning to me? It's because she has the life I've always wanted, and she's the person I've always aspired to be. Good relationship, good family, and a good role model for both kids and adults. It's just life circumstances fucks me up and rips away any chance I try to achieve that, so naturally I'm gonna retaliate against the world and take matters into my own hands. About being a role model, I definitely am more geared towards teens and young adults. I take full pride in that, but however, I would be lying if I didn't say that I wouldn't want to be a role model for kids too. I want to be a role model for kids too. I think about it all the time, but I'm too much of a flawed man and I'm too different. Oh boy. But, anyways, 4 to 5 years into my waiting room, after experiencing everything I've wanted to in my relationship with my significant other, maybe, just maybe, I'd like to have kids of my own. And the version of me that's there in my waiting room is the right person for that role. I want to be someone that can coexist as a role model for the kids and the adults. I want to be someone that they can both look up to and aspire to be. I'm a person who does bad things just so I can get attention at times, and that's not someone you would want to look up to. The type of upbringing I have had is something no one in their youth should ever have to go through. But now I'm getting a chance to finally be something bigger, do something great with my gifts, other than just trying to get back at the world. There are things in life that matter more than just personal vendetta or vile agendas.